In addition to line weights, polylines are used to display different thicknesses or widths or weights of lines. Unlike line weights, polylines can be considered data. You can represent a line for a 1/4-inch tubing or a 10-gauge wire, 1/2-inch plywood thickness. Polyline command is this sideways J looking icon in the just to the right of the line command, left of center on the draw panel of the home tab. Click on it and draw some polylines. At first they look just like regular ordinary lines until you go to move, copy, trim, any of the modified commands. You see they're one object. It's like a wire bent into vertices or a ribbon. Recently AutoCAD added this feature that you can rest on a center grip and convert it to an arc. Kind of nice. Or you can add a vertex, a bend point within the middle of the segment. Grip editing polylines is very easy. You don't have to use a crossing window to grab a corner or grab a vertex. You can just grab the vertex and drag the polyline around as you like. Much like regular lines, you can use the undo and close options. And I highly recommend you get in the habit of closing polylines. They're much more reliable when you go to cross hatching or calculate area or extrude it into a 3D solid. Let's make more polylines here. Notice after your first point selected, you've got these options on the command line: arc, half width, length, undo, width. Width is very commonly used. We'll invoke the width option. I use keyboard, W enter. Command prompt and dynamic input text box asks you to specify the starting width. Well, specify some starting width. I'll say probably 2 will show up well. Now this next part I often forget. It's asking for specify the ending width. It's kind of intuitive that you specified the width that it applies to the entire polyline, but you can fluctuate the width from start to end. And students often end up with a giant triangle. Let me show you that with triangle. If you just go ahead and click, there's your giant triangle. Let's start over again. Polyline, click a point, W enter to specify the width. I'll say 1, 2 was a little bit high. Hit enter again to specify the ending width as 1. Default is whatever you specified for the beginning width. So I hit enter again to specify the ending width the same as the starting width. And again, you can use close and undo. I'll undo back a bit, where I can close. Unlike line weights, as you zoom in, the polyline gets bigger on the screen. It doesn't remain constant number of pixels like line weight. So it'll behave as if you drew 2 parallel lines next to each other, and it'll print out honestly. Again, you can use polylines for pipe diameter, plywood thickness, wire gauges. That's about it. Probably running out of time. We'll continue more about polylines next video.